Sometimes we can get really stuck. We don't know where to go, we don't know what to do. And it's at that very moment that we need conscious shock. Hi, I'm Molly Knight Forde, founder of the Awareness School, and I want to continue on with some aspects concerning the law of three. Now, in my video on the law of three, we see that in order for a third force, meaning a neutralizing force, to activate and allow a process to go forward, we have to have two forces present. But within a process, and that might be our inner transformation or a project we're doing, anything, a trip we're taking, in order for it to move forward, we have to have certain places where something comes in from the outside. And today I want to talk a little bit about what that constitutes and why it's called a conscious shock. Now, we can liken any process to a musical scale. And we move from do, re, mi. But when we get from mi to fa, we have something different. We have a place in which something else has to happen. And it's represented by an interval that's different from the other intervals. And so, on an Enneagram, this is represented by one of the points of the triangle that you see in this geometric figure. And we can understand that if this something from the outside does not come in, we kind of spin our wheels and begin again, not realizing that we're not going forward, or we abort mission, or we end our trip, or we change our minds about which direction we want to go. But in order for something to really come to fruition, we have to understand something more about conscious shock. Let's take the food table, for example, and how the body transforms energy with food. We eat food, and it will naturally go through an organic process that our body takes care of. But at some point, for it, after the digestion, for it to enter, the protein and the nutrients to enter into our cells, we need oxygen. We need air, which is a different kind of food. And so it serves as something coming in from the outside to continue this process of nourishment. And we can look at our own conscious development and understand that we really can't beat down the doors of heaven. We cannot keep doing activity after activity or practice after practice and implement that from our own affirming force and expect us to experience greater transformation unless we allow the element of reception of something coming in from above in order to complete this process. There is a perfect balance of activity and receptivity in which we must strike a balance for something to move forward. So sometimes when we're really, really stuck and we can't find our way out, we often need to stop trying and allow something to come in from the outside. And sometimes we sit around and wait for God to help us. And we don't really do our own work. We expect the universe to answer a call without us doing something. I think the saying goes, heaven helps those who help themselves, or something like that. But it's true. We have to do a kind of work, and we have to do a kind of opening up and reception, and understanding that sometimes life offers us big whacks. They're shocks. They wake us up. There's something that comes in from the outside to propel us forward. And even as a collective, we can experience shocks that spur us on to action. And that can only be a positive thing, even if the shock seems extremely negative, frustrating, or the way we don't want things to be. So accepting this resistance is important, and we must revere conscious shock in our lives. Have a great week.